Scares. Lingering presence soon tested Kion's resolve in ways he could not have imagined. Though Scar was gone, his influence remained, whispering through fear, resentment, and ambition. Scar sought to twist the Raw for his own purposes, planting doubt in Kion's mind and tempting him to believe that power alone defined his worth. These whispers struck deep, especially when Kion faced moments of failure or disagreement with Simba. The shadow of Scar represented everything Kion feared becoming. Yet it also forced him to confront his own weaknesses. When Kion was bitten by Yushiri, the venom did more than harm his body. It amplified his inner conflict, turning fear into anger and confidence into recklessness. His leadership began to falter as emotions clouded his judgment, and for the first time, the Lion Guard questioned whether their leader was losing himself. This crisis marked a defining chapter in Kion's origin, because it revealed that true guardianship is not about never falling, but about rising after the fall. Realizing that Kion could not heal where the pain began, the Lion Guard embarked on a journey beyond the Pride Lands in search of the Tree of Life, a legendary sanctuary set to restore balance to both body and spirit. The journey stripped Kion of certainty and forced him to rely on others in ways he never had before. He learned patience through hardship, empathy through failure, and strength through vulnerability. Each challenge along the way shaped him into a wiser leader, one who understood that guardianship extended beyond borders and familiar lands. At the Tree of Life, Kion encountered new perspectives and new challenges, especially in the form of Queen Rani, whose guarded leadership mirrored his own struggles. Rani did not trust easily, nor was she impressed by titles or ancient powers. She demanded that Kion prove himself through actions rather than strength. Through her, Kion learned that leadership must be earned daily, and that protecting others sometimes means letting go of control. Faced with the consequences of Scar's influence and the damage caused by unchecked power, Kion made the most difficult decision of his life. He chose to release the roar of the elders, willingly surrendering the force that had defined his identity as leader of the Lion Guard. Without the roar, he was still a guardian. His courage did not fade, his wisdom did not vanish, and his purpose remained intact. This moment marked the true rise of Kion, not as a weapon or symbol, but as a protector guided by choice rather than destiny. When danger threatened the Tree of Life, Kion stood firm, leading not through power, but through unity. The victory that followed was not loud or dramatic, but it was meaningful, because it proved that Kion's growth was real. He had become the kind of guardian the Circle of Life truly needed. Returning to the Pride Lands was no longer his only path. His bond with Simba evolved as well, shifting from expectation to mutual respect. Simba saw in his son not a reflection of past mistakes, but a leader shaped by understanding and compassion. Mufasa's legacy lived on through Kion, not as a chateau to live up to, but as a foundation upon which a new future was built. The rise of Kion is not a tale of power gained, but of purpose discovered. From a curious cub to the guardian of balance, Kion's journey proves that true strength lies in protecting others, standing for justice, and choosing growth over fear. His origin is not defined by the roar, the throne, or even the Pride Lands themselves, but by the heart that guided him every step of the way. In becoming the guardian of the Pride Lands and beyond, Kion's story begins long before he understood the weight of destiny. On a warm morning atop Pride Rock, where the Circle of Life continued as it always had. Born the second cub of King Simba and Queen Nala, Kion entered a world shaped by legacy, sacrifice, and memory. The Pride Lands still carried echoes of past triumphs and tragedies. And though peace had returned, the land remembered everything. From its earliest days, Kion sensed that his path would be different. While his sister Kiara was taught the responsibilities of future rule, Kion wandered the plains with curious eyes, watching the rhythms of life, asking questions, and noticing when balance felt wrong. He was playful like any cub, yet there was a seriousness behind his smile. A quiet instinct that drew him toward, protecting rather than ruling. Simba saw himself in his son, but he also saw something new, something shaped by a world that had learned from pain. Kion grew up listening to stories of Mufasa, of Scar, and of how Isoli harmony could be shattered when power fell into the wrong paws. Those stories did not frighten him, inspired him to believe that the future could be better if someone stood guard over it. That belief became the foundation of his destiny. The turning point came when ancient forces awakened and chose Kion to wield the roar of the elders, a powerful voice carried by the spirits of past great lions. The roar was not given lightly, and its selection of Kion surprised many. Hughes, young, untested, and not the heir to the throne. Yet the roar recognized something deeper than bloodline or status. It recognized heart, courage, and an unwavering sense of justice. And with responsibility came the birth of the Lion Guard. Tradition demanded that the Lion Guard be made only of lions, but Kion challenged that belief, trusting his instincts over old rules. He chose friends who represented different strengths, believing that true balance came from diversity. Bunga brought fearless loyalty, Fuli brought speed and sharp judgment. Besht brought immense strength paired with compassion. The Lion Guard faced threats from outsiders and internal conflicts. Kion learned that leadership was not about commanding obedience, but about listening, adapting, and standing alongside his team. Every victory taught him confidence, but every mistake taught him humility.